Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admissions Counseling College Fair. We are so excited to have you participating in this event tonight and have some really fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Karis, and I will be serving as your facilitator for the night. And so I have just a couple housekeeping items before we get going. The first one you've probably already noticed, your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists can't see or hear you. You can, however, use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time, and then they will get to those as they can. This is just one of the many different sessions happening tonight, so be sure you've checked out that schedule to make sure that you're in the right session. And then if you wanted to be in more than one session at once, that's also okay, because all of these presentations are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. All right, well, that is all of the things that I have for y'all. I will go ahead and turn it over to our first presenter and institution, which is Thomas Jefferson University.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for being here with us tonight. I'm going to get us rolling. Just so you know, again, my name is Megan. I'm here with Jefferson. I will be presenting mostly on our East Falls campus. That's something to remember as we go through this really short presentation, that the East Falls campus is our primary undergrad campus. So just keep that in mind if you're a student who's applying in high school, okay? So we are in Philly, but we're about a 15-minute drive outside of Center City, which means it's definitely more of a delineated campus feel, regular campus. You're not in the middle of the city every day. We do have a little over 100 acres there, and only 2,800 undergrads go to school on that campus. So your classes are going to be very small. You're looking at about 12 or 13 people in classes that are directly related to your major. So all of your classes will be in a traditional classroom setting. You would not be in a lecture hall at any point. And we are close enough to Center City that many of our students will go into the city for fun, to go to museums, go out to dinner, go shopping, use that student discount. So we do have a bus that drops off right in front of the admissions building on the East Falls campus, and it's about a 30-minute ride on the bus into the city. So lots of our students will do that and take advantage of the city. This is a big slide. I'm not going to go through all of these programs with you, but these are all of our available undergrad programs for students who are applying out of high school. There on the left, we have our architecture, business, and design programs. Middle and right are all of our health-related programs, some of which are accelerated. So if you see something that has a little equation after it, it's a 3+2 or a 3+3. Those are accelerated dual degrees. So if you're admitted as a first-year student, you do have a seat in the graduate program as long as you maintain minimum GPA standards that we give you in your acceptance letter. So lots of different programs, again, ranging from architecture to design to health to more liberal arts majors like law and society. We do have a 96.5% success rate, which means that within 6 months of graduation, you are either gainfully employed or enrolled in the graduate program of your choice. So we do have career services on campus as well. And your professors are also helping you to get to that next step in your life. I'm so sorry that my dog has also joined our session. I'm so sorry. So when you're looking at ways to get involved on campus, we do have a lot of them, over 160 different clubs. These are just a couple of examples that you might find that you can actually get involved with. So industry associations associated with your professional career moving forward, or some social groups. Community service is very popular, as well as study abroad and our honors program. We are a D2 school, so we can give athletic scholarships. All of these sports that you see on the screen are offered with athletic scholarships. If you are interested in recruiting for any of these sports, please just let us know in admission, and we will help connect you with the person who can help you recruit. All right, so if we're talking about financial aid, I do just want to give you guys an idea of how that works. So you're looking at merit scholarships from Jefferson as well as need-based aid. So you can be eligible for anywhere up to $26,000 in merit scholarship alone when you're looking at attending. But then also on top of that, we're also going to give you anything we possibly can that is need-based that comes from your Fafsa, which includes additional loans, grants, work study, etc. And you can see there on the bottom left, I've tried to give you guys an idea of the cost of attendance for this past year. And we are private, so it doesn't matter if you're in state versus out of state, none of that will matter for you. We do have some fun events coming up. This upcoming Saturday, we have our first open house that is in person, and so is the November 20th date. December 4th is virtual, just in case you can't make those, but these are Saturdays where you get to meet faculty, but also take a tour of campus. They can be really valuable for you guys. But we do have tours that are Monday through Friday and virtual info sessions that are a little bit longer than the one you're seeing here. We do have also 2 opportunities to earn a full tuition scholarship to Jefferson. Please write these dates down. Nexus Scholarship is October 23rd, Portfolio Review Day, November 20th. One thing to remember is that the Portfolio Review Day is only open to students who are applying into majors that would require a portfolio, right? So architecture or design related, but Nexus Scholarship is open to all majors. And here's some good contact information for us. You're looking at enroll@jefferson.edu if you need to get in touch with admissions, but also some deadlines to keep in mind. November 1st is coming up. That is early action. March 1st, regular decision. And the only one of our programs that has an entirely separate deadline is the 3+2 PA program. That deadline is December 15th, and decisions come out the first week of February. And this, if you scan your phone, will take you to the admissions website. And again, so sorry about my dog joining our session, but thanks so much for giving me your attention.
All right, and I will get things turned over to our next institution, which is Marist College.
Thank you so much. All right, so hi everyone, my name is Kate Bazinski. I am a Senior Associate Director of Admission at Marist College. I'm also a graduate of Marist. And Marist College is located in Poughkeepsie, New York. I'm just gonna pull up some footage of our campus here. So we're located in the Hudson Valley region of New York, specifically in Poughkeepsie, which is about 90 minutes north of New York City. And so we have this really beautiful waterfront campus. We're situated right on the banks of the Hudson River. As you can see, there's quite a lot of green spaces and really nice buildings and residence halls that overlook the water. So we have this really amazing location, but at the same time, we're located right between New York City and Albany. So we have equal access to 2 major cities, which is really great for traveling to us, but also in terms of internships as well. Some quick facts: we have about 5,500 undergraduate students, so our population makes us a small to medium-sized college when you compare us to other institutions. And that allows for really small class sizes, about 20 to 25 students on average. And actually no classes are larger than 35 students ever. So there's no lecture halls, no auditorium style classes. You really get to know your professors. And we are a liberal arts focused institution with over 40 majors, as well as a ton of minors. And I'll talk more about those in just a moment. And in terms of where our students are coming from, they're coming from all over the US, 44 states to be specific, and a ton of international locations as well. So geographically, we're a very diverse institution. And most of our students do choose to live on campus for all 4 years. This statistic is for first-year students, but ultimately it's about 70% living on campus for all 4 years. So it's a very residential campus, very community-based, and students are just really happy to be there. These stats on the right here are about our student success after they leave. So employment rates, graduation rates, I think they speak for themselves. And some of the things that we do to help students achieve that success is through hands-on learning opportunities, which I'll talk about more in just a moment. This is our list of majors. I'm not going to talk about every single program, but you can see it's a pretty wide variety of majors. Some of our more popular programs are business administration, communications, fashion design and merchandising, as well as the technology fields like computer science and cybersecurity. All of the programs are quite strong, but in terms of numbers, those tend to be a little bit more popular. But it's also possible at Marist to be undeclared for up to 2 years. So if you're not really sure what you want to study, that's okay. In fact, we welcome that. And you really do have the ability to explore any one of these areas before making your final choice. But regardless of what you study, there will be hands-on opportunities available to you. And that's, I think, really our the hallmark of our educational experience at Marist is learning by doing. So whether that's doing research on campus, doing an internship in New York City, studying abroad, we have all of these opportunities available for you to fit into your 4 years so that you're really ready for whatever's next. And you can see by the footage on the screen, you know, kind of some of the facilities on campus that we have there to support that hands-on learning, whether it's, you know, again, like research in the different science labs. We have a completely student-run fashion boutique that is run by our fashion merchandising students. And the design students create a lot of the garments for that store that are actually sold to the public. We have an investment center that our finance students use to trade real money in the stock market. And then, you know, a lot of other examples too. I don't have enough time to talk about them all, but, you know, just to give you a sense of the things that you would have access to as a student in terms of hands-on learning, both on campus and off campus. Student life at Marist is very active. We have over 80 clubs and organizations to get involved with. They range from music and performing arts to community service, Greek life, student government, and then also athletics. We are a Division I school for athletics with 23 varsity teams, as well as club and intramural sports. So at any level of you know, athletic skill, you're welcome to join and participate. And our students, like I said, are living on campus primarily for 4 years. So that really adds to that student life experience and, you know, just being part of the greater community, living together, learning together, and also participating in things outside of the classroom. These are some deadlines and admission stats to be aware of. We do have a November 15th deadline coming up with our early decision and our early action options. Then we have February 1st, early decision 2, and March 1st is regular decision. Choose whichever works for you. We have no preference. We are on the Common Application, and we are a test optional school. So you'll see at the bottom some ranges of test scores. These are for students who have chosen to submit, but we really do want you to make the choice that's best for you. And if that's test optional, that is fine with us. And then in terms of connecting with us, I'm really glad that you're here this evening. But if you like what you see and you want to come visit us in person, we are open 7 days a week for information sessions and tours on campus. And then we do have 2 fall open houses, one in October, one in November, as well as a variety of virtual programs. And then, you know, you can always feel free to reach out to us if those things don't work and you want to connect with us in a different way. We're always here to help. And that's my email address, which I'll also put in the chat, but feel free to take a picture of that if you'd like. And I'm here to help you as you navigate this process. Thank you so much.
All right. As a reminder, if you all have any questions for any of our panelists, be sure that you are putting those in the Q&A. But we will keep things going with our next institution, which is Chatham University.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Alyssa Bixby. I am the Assistant Director of International Admissions, and I'm helping out today for our stateside students for tonight. So Chatham University, we are one of our main, it's really a historic place in Shady Side. So the building right behind me, our Mellon Center, actually used to be Andrew Mellon's summer home. So it's kind of a unique perspective. We have a lot of renovated mansions for our residence halls and everything like that. But we are located very close to downtown Pittsburgh. We're about 5 to 10 minutes away from Oakland. To kind of give you reference, the University of Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon. So we are really close in proximity. You will actually have a lot of access to those schools as well. So we are a part of the Pittsburgh Consortium of Higher Ed. So you would be able to cross-register and actually take classes at these other schools at the Chatham rate. So it's really a great opportunity to kind of expand on different programs and minors that we may not offer here at Chatham. Using your Chatham ID, you will have free access to the public transportation here in Pittsburgh. So whether you have an internship or anything like that, you're going to be able to have transportation to and from a job. And of course, student discounts with your Chatham ID. There's a lot of museums and a lot of places to go around the city outside of just the general things that we offer here on the Chatham campus. And also for internships, it is a requirement for every program, and our career development does an amazing job trying to find you internships. We have a lot of networks and connections here in the Pittsburgh area, depending on the program that you're pursuing. So we have two main campuses. So our Shady Side is our main campus in Pittsburgh, but our Eden Hall campus is here for our sustainability programs. So if you are interested in environmental science, food studies, or sustainability, that would be your main campus, but you can live at Shady Side campus. We have a free shuttle that will take you to and from. So we are a smaller liberal arts institution, about 2,300 students, and about 1,100 of those are undergraduate students. We have some new academic programs, neuroscience, food studies at the undergrad level, and as well as music technology and music business. We're kind of expanding on our music program here. Some of our newer programs, Immersive Media, that's one I really want to point out. It's a virtual design in augmented reality. So it's a really unique program. We actually have a lot of CMU students taking classes at our institution. It's a really great new expanding program, and they do a lot of projects with interior architecture program as well. So we have integrated degree programs. These are generally 5-year programs. You can complete your undergrad and graduate degree in as little as 5 years. Our most popular are our psychology programs, as well as physician assistant studies, and as well as sustainability. And we do have some arts programs as well within those programs. So student organizations, we have over 60 student works. Some of them are major specific, but some of them are just cultural. I know for my international admissions, we have groups on campus, depending on different cultures, different, we have an Asia club. So depending on what you're interested in, you can definitely join. And if you don't have, let's say, you want to create something. One of our students wanted to have a ukulele club. They created it, and it's been a great addition to our school. The application process this year is very streamlined. We are now test optional. We use both our online application and our common app. All that we need are official transcripts. However, we do encourage you to submit an essay and letter of recommendation. We just want to get to know you more as a student. And we are currently reviewing applications. So you should receive a decision within 10 days once you complete your application. So a little bit about scholarships. We do offer merit awards ranging from $15,000 to $22,000, as well as need-based aid. And we do have some premier scholarships, which have certain criteria. And everything is on our website. While we're rolling admission, please note that we do have a February 1st scholarship deadline, especially for those premier scholarships. So just kind of keep that in mind. You need to be admitted prior to those dates. And one unique thing that we do offer our students, we offer a $1,200 voucher for studying abroad. This can be a 10-day spring break trip, or we do have some partnership schools within some in Thailand, in some other countries, in Korea. So you can actually do a semester or a year abroad as well within that program. We are Division III school. Unfortunately, we do not offer scholarships, but we do try to accommodate within other scholarships and other avenues. And just so you know, we're having a virtual open house this weekend, beginning at 1 p.m. So feel free to register. We have faculty going to be on the call, and as well as residence life and financial aid. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Okay, thank you.
All right, we will keep things rolling on along tonight, and I will turn it over to our next institution, which is the University of Wyoming.
Sorry. Okay, good evening. Thank you so much for joining tonight. I'd like to share more about the University of Wyoming. My name is Lisa Harsh. I'm one of the recruitment and enrollment specialists with the university. Let me tell you a little bit about where the University of Wyoming is located. We are currently in, students sometimes wonder where we're at compared to Colorado. We are in the southeast corner of Wyoming, north of Denver, north of Fort Collins, Colorado. We like to share with our students that we're a medium-sized college in a more rural type area. Currently, we have around 11,800 students with a very good student to faculty ratio, 14:1. Many of our classes are taught by professors. We like to brag that 90% of them are taught by professors and not graduate assistants or teaching assistants. Our average class size is around 30 students. With COVID, our rate went down a little bit, but we do have 86% of our graduates that move on to graduate school or to their chosen career field. We have more than 100 miles of mountain biking trails. A lot of times the students love to go fishing, hiking. We're 30 minutes from our Snowy Range ski area with very reasonably priced lift tickets. We just have a lot of outdoor excursions that students can sign up for in our outdoor recreation office. So lots to do. We do have snow, so a lot of the students like to go snowboarding or skiing throughout the winter months. Some of our pride points, we are a Division I athletic school. Some of you've maybe heard of Josh Allen, the quarterback for the Bills, who I just watched the other night. He did amazing. We have club sports opportunities, including esports. We have intramural sports opportunities to keep you involved. Our Greek system with fraternities and sororities is very active and strong with gaining leadership opportunities for your resume. We have lots of fine arts with musicals, plays. If you want to stay involved in theater along with your major, you can do that. We have over 300 clubs and organizations. One of the largest clubs on campus is swing dancing. Wednesday nights they practice and they dance for a few hours after that. We also have a really neat club called Fish and Chicks, where female students get together and go fly fishing. So if, like another person mentioned, you can build your own club if you have 5 people and you can put that together relatively quickly. We also have a very strong student government. Our students manage over $1 million budget that helps award that money to the other clubs on campus. And we have a very strong pride with our love and loyalty for our campus all across the nation. If you run into vehicles with cowboy stickers, it's just kind of fun that we have such an alumni base full of pride like that. We have lots of majors also, everything from accounting to zoology. Our most popular majors and strong majors are business, education, engineering, sciences, lots of fine arts. We do have a pharmacy and a law school if you want to further your education in those 2 areas. You can double major. We have many minor options. Our honors program is also a minor, so a lot of students like to join our honors program. Let's talk a little bit about our admissions process. It's very easy, transparent. We do look at your high school success curriculum, and if you have a 3.0 or higher, we do also admit some students with support from a 2.55 to a 2.99. We also, if you have AP courses, dual and concurrent, we like to look at those and see how those will transfer, but a very easy admissions process. We have rolling admissions. Only 2 of our programs have deadlines. The nursing is February 1st, and pharmacy, we do have an early entrance pharmacy deadline of December 1st. You can use the Common App or just our University of Wyoming regular application. We have a $40 application fee, and we just need your official transcripts. We are also test optional this year, and we don't know what will be next year, but for this year, we are test optional. We do have Brown and Gold commitment scholarships for out-of-state students. And as you can see on this grid, we do have a test optional column all the way over on the right. So if you're not able to get a test score or you don't want to submit one, that's fine. You can still be looked at for scholarship opportunities. If you do provide a score, you may be able to increase that scholarship. We also want to share real quickly that we offer lots of internship opportunities for students, and just lots of ways to get involved. Here is my contact information if you have other questions, and I will also put that in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, we will go to our next institution, York College of Pennsylvania.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining with me today. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about admission at York College of Pennsylvania. My name is Andrea Lazarus. I'm an Associate Director of Admissions, and my colleague Sharon Mulligan is also here, and she'll help out with any questions you might have in the chat. And Sharon is also a York alum, so we're really excited to talk about York College tonight. First things first, where is York College? We are in York, Pennsylvania, so we're midway between Harrisburg and Baltimore. So we have 6 cities within a short driving distance, which is really great for opportunities when it comes to looking for, jobs or internship opportunities, or even just exploring what the local area has to offer you as far as culture or enrichment and entertainment. York itself, we are in a small city. So the city of York is about 45,000 students, but we're also in York County. So what's unique about where we're located is that we have a lot of opportunities downtown, including our Appel Performing Arts Center. There's an Atlantic League baseball team there, the York Revolution. So we have a lot of entertainment and culture opportunities downtown, but also we are really close to, county parks. So on our campus, there's a bike trail that you can take 1 mile into the city, or you go a mile in the other direction and you're in a county park. So where we're located, provides a lot of enrichment opportunities for students. Also, our experience that you get in the classroom is really valuable because we really believe in project-based learning and that firsthand experience that you're able to get as a student. So that includes opportunities for internships, co-ops, study abroad, faculty-led research. So some of the great things that students are able to do is get that experience before they graduate. So for students in our nursing program, they're doing clinicals at York Hospital. Students who are maybe studying, graphic design, they're actually designing publications or materials that are used at, our, communication center, or maybe with a newspaper, things like that. Business students, you might be doing maybe a SWOT analysis for one of the 11,000 businesses that are in York. So we really believe in the value of that firsthand experience. So why wait until after you graduate to actually start going into the real world and exploring your passions? Okay, here we have a listing of our majors. So I just gotta leave this up. You can see that our programs are divided up into schools. What's great about that is we're actually a mid-sized school. So if you look at what we have to offer, we have about 4,000 students throughout our total enrollment. But when you have all of those students divided up into these different schools, we're able to keep our class sizes small. So your average class size is only going to have about 19 students in it. That's really great because it means that your faculty are able to get to know you, and you'll probably have some classes with a student instructor, throughout your time as a student. So you really benefit from their mentorship because they get to know you as an individual as well as your teacher. So that's something that we're able to offer as far as our academic programs go. With regard to student life and clubs and activity, we are a D3 school, but we do have 23 varsity sports, but really a thriving intramural and club sports. Our Grumbacher Center is amazing. It has, our natatorium, our swimming pool, a rock climbing wall, different ways for students to stay active and get involved, as well as other clubs like our Student Senate. We have Greek life, we have esports. So York is the kind of place, if the club doesn't exist, you're able to start that club on your own. So that gives you a chance to kind of get out there, make some new friends. And also, hey, it's leadership experience for you as well. If you join a club, if you participate, if you start a club. So these are all resources and activities for our students to get involved with. We are a leading value for your education, and our tuition is the same for students who are in state or out of state. So you can see our tuition fees altogether come to about $34,000. We offer all of our students merit scholarships that are multi-year scholarships, and they are also stackable. So those merit-based scholarships can be anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000, and they would stay with you throughout all 4 years while you're taking classes. And those are offered in addition to any other courses that, or any other awards that you're getting through financial aid. So if you're working on the Fafsa this year, our Fafsa code is right there on the bottom of our screen, 003399. Our application process is pretty straightforward. We are on the Common App, so you can apply either on the Common App or on our website. For our early decision applicants, our deadline is November 1st, but we do have rolling admissions for regular decision. So early decision is binding, but it does have some perks. You get your scholarship information processed a little bit sooner, priority registration for classes and housing, but we do accept regular decision throughout the year. We are also test optional, so if you are interested in the test optional pathway, you would just apply with 2 letters of recommendation and a personal statement, and there is no application fee. So the best way to find out what we're all about, definitely come visit us, whether that's virtually or in person. We do have a couple of great events coming up, including an open house and also an online webinar series to help you understand college. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out or just send us an email at admissions@ycp.edu.
As a reminder, if you all have any questions, feel free to put those in the chat, but we will finish things off tonight with our final institution, which is LIM College.
Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen. Awesome. So hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I am pleased to introduce you to LIM College, or re-welcome you if you have heard. LIM College is a 4-year business fashion college located right in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. So you'll be learning right off Fifth Avenue. Right outside our doors are Balenciaga, Saks on Fifth, Gucci, all of the stuff, exactly what you want to be surrounded by while learning about the fashion industry. We are a very specialized and niche school, so we do only have 7 majors, starting out with our fashion merchandising major, which is really our biggest and most versatile program. It covers everything from product development, buying, planning, retail, wholesale, all the way until it gets into the consumer's hands. Then is our visual studies program, which is our most creative program. I like to say that's truly where business meets fashion. You'll be working a lot in the studio as shown here, working with spacing and colors. However, we do not have a clothing construction program, but we do have design by ways of graphic design and digital design, as well as interior home design. Next is our marketing major, which is a little bit self-explanatory, but just to put it into terms of the fashion industry, you're really learning about branding, how to brand yourself, how to fit into a larger brand, really figuring out who your demographic is and how to reach them. Those are the kind of things that you're going to learn in the marketing major and be able to apply in the field. Management, I always say, is for my students who want to be like the boss. So whether you want to be a C-suite in a larger company or whether you want to start your own company, management is a great skill and a great major to have. International business deals a lot more with imports and exports, global companies, and really figuring out licensing, branding, and how to navigate business across international waters. Fashion media is our newest but most rapidly growing major, really learning about the media landscape in both the print and digital. Fashion, really a lot of photography, filmography, fashion journalism, and magazine work will fall into our fashion media major. Last but not least is the business of fashion. So we are a very transfer-friendly school, and the business of fashion is really what shows that. It is a transfer-specific major. It is for students who are maybe not personally, financially, or academically ready to commit to a 4-year college. And the business of fashion will encourage you to start at your local community college, earn your associate's degree, and then come to us. We'll accept all 60 of your credits and put you on track for a bachelor's degree in fashion business. We do also offer associate's degrees by ways of fashion merchandising and fashion merchandising and management. Unlike some other fashion schools, though, we do not require you to go into the associate's degree and go to the bachelor's degree. If you're interested in the 4-year bachelor's degree, we will push you right through to the bachelor's degree. We have a really strong emphasis on experiential education here at LIM. You are required to take 3 internships during your time here. The first will be during your freshman or sophomore year, your second will be during your sophomore or junior year, and your third will be your last and final semester before you graduate, and it's called your senior co-op. You'll be working about 40 hours a week in the field of your choosing, and on Friday, you'll be a student. So it's kind of that perfect hybrid between personal and professional before you have to really go out into the world as a professional. You still have 1 foot here on LIM grounds. That might concern some of you if you don't have professional experience, but not to worry, we will put you through an internship seminar to make sure that we build up that metaphorical tool belt. We will never send you out into the field unprepared. All of our faculty and staff has worked in the industry prior to teaching at LIM or while teaching at LIM. One of the many perks of going to school in New York City and studying fashion is not only can you intern between classes, but your professors can go to work in between classes. They could be working in the marketing department of Ralph Lauren and then come teach your marketing class hours later. One of the many perks of really learning about the fashion industry from industry leaders themselves, it really helps you kind of take that practice that you're learning to this theory that you're learning in the classroom and turning it into practice in the field. I do like to show on my screen that here are just some of the companies where students are interning or we have alumni working. There are obviously many more. These are just some of the ones we see the most often. And I do like to point out that stat that 94% of our class of 2020 has found success in their career outcomes. And just to point out that that is the class that graduated during a pandemic. We have a special database for LIM students called Handshake, where employers will come to us first. We'll post the listing, whether it's a volunteer opportunity, an internship opportunity, or a job opportunity. And they'll come to LIM to post it because they know what kind of student they're getting, whether they were an LIM student, whether they've worked with an LIM student, whether they know an LIM alumni. They really know kind of what quality of student they're getting, and they want another one. Additionally, all of our students do have access to our career and internship services office, which provides individualized career coaches. So all of our students do work one-on-one with a career coach in order to get your resume and your cover letter all together, learning that those things that we might not necessarily think about, like how to ask off from work, how to navigate conflict in the workplace, things kind of along those lines. Again, we will never send you out into the field unprepared. And by the time it's time for you to actually apply for a professional job, it's a piece of cake. You've done it times already before. Looking at our undergraduate class at a glance, we do have a relatively small student body, which does create that opportunity for that one-on-one interaction. So our average class size is around 13 once you get really into your major, but your freshman year classes will be probably closer to 20 to 25. We do have about 1,100 students on our campus in our undergraduate classes, and we're very proud of our diverse student body. We always say that fashion is so global. It's so important to really just listen to the people who are on your campus, who are sitting next to you in class. We have 45 states represented on our campus, as well as 15 international countries. There are different boutiques, different brands, different trends in different countries and different states. And so you could really learn something new just by sitting next to somebody in class. Now is when I invite you to take out your cell phones, take out your pencils and your piece of paper. Our estimated tuition and fees for our 2021-2022 school year is right around $29,000. And that is just for tuition. So my seniors in the room, fill out your Fafsa. It is now open. We do help you out as much as we can by offering financial aid to about 81% of our students. We do, upon application, review everybody for a merit-based scholarship. We'll take a look at your high school transcript. We'll take a look at your SAT scores if you choose to send them in, and we'll really see how we can best help you from there. Our LIM FAFSA code is on the screen. If you need help filling out your FAFSA, don't hesitate reaching out to me. I have done it almost every year with all of my students. So it becomes a lot easier when you have a little bit of a guide, whether you're a first time applying to college or a first time collegiate parent. So how do you apply to LIM? I'm so glad you guys asked. I always say that we're not on the common application because we are not a common school, and it's cheesy but true. You do have to log on to limcollege.edu and open up an application from there. We will require all of your past transcripts, whether it's high school or whether you took an English class or any sort of class during the summer or on a Saturday at a local community college. We require all of those transcripts. They are part of your academic history and therefore they're important. We no longer require an essay. Instead, we require you to answer 3 out of 5 short answer prompts. They're a little bit more specific and more tailored to you and to the fashion industry. Where do you see yourself in the fashion industry? Where do you see the fashion industry heading? We are SAT, ACT optional, always have been, always will be. So if you didn't get to make it to a testing center, if you didn't get the opportunity to study the way that you would have wanted to, you don't want me to see the scores that you took, keep them. I don't want to see them either. Feel free to send them in if you want to use them instead of placement testing down the line. However, they are not required and they will not hurt your application if you choose to not send them in. We do have an early action application, which is now open. The early action deadline is November 15th. We have a non-binding early action commitment. So you are not committed to come to LIM if you apply early action. The only difference is that you receive your admissions decision about 2 months earlier. And there is an early action interview required, although I like to call it more of an early action conversation. It will happen with me, and as you can tell, I'm not a scary person. So it's more of a dialogue just to get to know you a little bit better because the application process is a bit faster. And for hanging out with me today, I do want to offer you a fee waiver for attending our program. You can feel free to email admissions@limcollege.edu, tell them how amazing it was to meet Kara and that she offered you a fee waiver. In the interest of time, I do want to skip to this slide. Feel free to scan our QR code. It will take you to our Visit Us page. It will show you all of our opportunities to come and see our campus, as well as like in person as well as virtually. We do have an open house coming up this Saturday, October 16th at 11 a.m. It will be hosted via Zoom. So we do hope you can make it, whether you're in Pennsylvania or whether you decide to come to New York for the weekend. Thanks so much. I did put my contact information in the chat.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. When you close this window, there will be a link to a quick 5-question survey. And so we would appreciate any feedback that you can provide us. I would encourage you to go online to strivescan.com/Pennsylvania and check out not only this session's recordings, but also the recordings from all of the other sessions from tonight. Thank you all again for attending with us and enjoy your night. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.